think that one's really pretty. Ah, yes, here I am, Tammy. Welcome. And then she has a kind of a greeting inside of all her things. I don't know why I keep turning that. So that was Diane. And then this one is from Judy O'Hara. Sending you whisker kisses and birthday wishes. How sweet is that? That is so cute. I wish, now Freddie, the kitty I got, this is from Perez. I can't remember her first name right now. Thank you. It's a nice little folder she's used right here. And then she stamped on the inside and added another little layer. So that was from Miss Perez. Gosh, I feel terrible not remembering her first name. And then Jessica. Jessica is always so good about pulling out those paper pumpkins and working on the paper pumpkin kits, right? So that's Jessica's. And I do have a few more cards, but like I said, I cleaned up. I had them on the dining room table, and I cleaned up because Julianne and her boyfriend Brian were coming from dinner, and for dinner. And I cleaned up and set them all aside, and who knows where they went. So I'm so glad you guys are with me here. Go ahead and share if you would, if you haven't shared. Do those little hearts, and we're going to get started. Okay. So you guys know I was going to be doing fall things tonight. And this Rustic Harvest Suite, you know, I had first was not going to order this suite for whatever reason. But, you know, then I did. And this designer series paper here, you guys may have saw that, the YouTube video that I posted. I had done a few cards using the designer series paper. These two cards here, and then the third card right here. And I am just totally so completely, oh yes, Veronica. Thank you very much, Linda. Veronica Perez. I'm just so completely in love with the colors, the richness of the colors, and like the black in the background is just so cool. So these were from a video that I had done for YouTube, and then this one for the paper players. And I love how the glimmer paper took on the die cut details. Really great. So from that, I just couldn't put this down. And you notice in here there is this new embossing kit. And this embossing kit has the really nice large tray for embossing, a nice brush for dusting off excess, the little buddy, the embossing buddy, and then these wonderful tweezers for you to pick up and hold your pieces so you don't burn your little fingers. It is a great kit. And I have something to share with all of you guys. You see the host code that's listed down there. That's a brand new host code. And I know several of you are your own demonstrators, but you can share with others too. I am going to have a September giveaway, and the September giveaway is a bunch of new products and things from the mini catalog, the annual catalog, which I have done some duplicate ordering. Like for example, we just talked about that embossing kit that we'll use today. I have an extra of that. The twigs, hybrid embossing, sprigs and twigs or something like that, hybrid embossing folder. I have that. I have a couple other bundles and things, and I just thought, what in the world am I going to do? So I decided I'm going to be doing giveaways, and it just has to do with ordering on my online store during September. So anywho, I will add details to that another time, and then when I upload it to Facebook. So I want to share with you a little bit here. I have all sorts of goodies that I've already done, but this is from the Rustic Harvest Hello Harvest stamp set. Here's the leaves, and I stamped out a bunch of leaves previously and went ahead and die cut them out. And I used Mossy Meadow, Crushed Curry, and Cajun Craze, which is all part of the coloring of the designer series paper. This little leaf, I had done a couple of Cajun Craze ones, and then I just changed my ink, and you can see that one's got multicolor in it because I didn't clean my stamp between. And then I have 2 pieces of just the beautiful Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper. And I already went ahead and embossed the Mossy Meadow with the Falling Leaves embossing folder. It's a 3D embossing folder, and you can really see that, can't you? It's so deep, deeply embossed. It's just beautiful. And this is what it looks like. You probably can't see it very well on here, but it is really nice. And it covers a large area, as you can see when I embossed it, how much of it's covered. So that's the Falling Leaves 3D embossing folder, and I already embossed those, so it would be all set. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just get started on this card. This card actually is very simple. We're just going to take the nice designer series paper, and I cut a rectangle that was about 3 3¼ by 2 3/4. So then I cut another piece of this designer series paper, just a slight bit smaller, at 2½ and 3. And so then that's just going to line right in there. And I really liked that I could see the little dots striping here and here. I thought that was pretty neat. Oh, thank you, Becky. Nice to have you with us. So my leaves here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use just my liquid glue here. And you know me, I'm just going to run a little bit. You don't have to cover all over. I want these leaves to be able to lift up a bit because I'm going to have some little twiggy things. Let's do this one. I'll show you in the dies, there are the little greenery, pumpkin-y, I don't know what you call them, how, you know, like snap peas do it too. They have all those tendrils that reach out to grab something as they're growing. Our die, there's the dies with it. It is so cool. So there are those right there. And let me show you the dies just so I can show you what I'm talking about. This is the Rustic Pumpkin dies. And you can see there's 1, 2, 3 of those kind of tendril-y things that go out and want to grab onto things. And so I've already die cut those out. They're right here. And so I did not use adhesive sheets. And you know, I always say use adhesive sheets for things that are delicate and fine detail. But you know what? This is just going to stick behind something. So I'm not too worried about that. And I'm going to put that one, see what I mean about wanting these to lift up a little bit. I'm going to put this one under this guy right here. So that one's there. Then I'm going to take this one and oopy goopy glue it just a little. See, I'm not doing a whole lot. I don't care about the top part. And that's going to sneak in under these two. Lift them up a little bit until I can put it there and then just lay it there. Aren't those fun? They just add so much. And then this one here, if I can, I'm going to get it up under the yellow leaf. We'll see if I can. Just a little dab will do you here. And we're going to lift up this yellow just to kind of do it there. There we are. Doesn't that just add so much? Yeah, it's the Harvest, Hello Harvest stamp set, and then the Rustic pumpkin dies that coordinate. And I just, since I made my video with them, I just couldn't stop myself from doing more. Okay, that is awesome. Now I have this right here because we are going to do a sentiment. Did I say that right? Sentiment. What? I'm going to do a sentiment. However you say that. Oh, goodness. All right. And so I am going to grab, I need to show you. There is a die that we're going to be using, and it's coming out of the Nature Prints bundle. As soon as I can put my hand on my Nature Prints bundle. Where are you? Oh, where did those dies go, you guys? I need it. Oh, right here. So the Nature Prints bundle is in the annual catalog. It's the one that's gorgeous. It has all the blues in it, but this is the die set that coordinates with it. It die cuts out all these pieces, but then there's also then this wreath. I want this piece right here. You really want to take a look at that in the die sets. Lots of the die sets have these different kinds of labels, different sizes, different shapes, and sometimes you just are looking for a different type of shape. The Rustic dies, the Rustic pumpkins have this one right here, but it's an awfully big one, and I just don't want that big right now. So we're going to be using this guy, and we are going to emboss. Now, I don't know if you remember, but I talked to you guys about that kit, that Hello something embossing kit that was on the clearance rack. Well, it's sold out now. Of course it is, right? It's sold out, but remember there was the copper and white embossing powder. And so I'm going to emboss this sentiment because it just goes so well with these rich, rich colors. So I have the stamps that says, "You are such a blessing," and a brand new Versamark pad. Now a Versamark pad is just a sticky kind of tone. It's not going to give any color, but it is going to stay wet and tacky for me to put embossing powder on. And I'll go ahead and get the beautiful embossing tray. Look at you guys. Here's the beautiful embossing tray, the brush, the tweezers, and the embossing buddy. I didn't use the embossing buddy because I just have the vanilla here and it should be fine. And what I like about this is it has the screw off that you can keep it inside the tray until you are ready to put the embossing powder back. So there's my saying right there. We'll go ahead and pour the copper onto that. And then I'm going to pick it up and swish it around, shake it off. I'm going to give it a little bit more. This copper is so pretty. And I'm just going to tap it off, but I do see that I can use my brush here. I do have a bit of excess going on around here. So I want to get that off. Now, I'm not going to take the time to pour it in. I'm going to leave the plug in there and set those things aside. And then I'm going to grab my heat tool. And it's going to get noisy. I'm sorry. I don't want to go back and forth and fan. I'm just going to hold steady until you see it turning and it starts to glimmer and it gets real shiny. And then I know it's done. And you don't want to hold it much more than that because you don't want to burn it. It can burn. Now notice I did not use my tweezers. And these are really cool. These are because I had a large piece of cardstock, so it wasn't going to be a problem for me. So nice kit, and like I said, that's one of my giveaways in September. I have 2 of these kits. I ordered 2 by accident. I seem to have fallen into that trap because I was away for a while and everything was moved aside from all of our problem and leakage that we had in our room, and so I started accidentally ordering multiples of things. So I'm going to go ahead and emboss this now. Hey Betty, welcome. Hey Jolene. See what happens? I get going and then I don't notice who has joined us. Welcome. Oh no, my mouse fell on the floor. Okay, so as you know, with our machine, we simply need our base plate. Then we need a second plate. And then we need to put our die on there. And it's such a perfect one. It's so nice. And let's get that through. All right. And there it is. One of the things I like about this die, let me just put my machine aside, you guys. The little mini. And I don't know if you don't have the cut and emboss machine or the standard or the mini, Stampin' Up! Does have them in bundle offerings, which is kind of cool. So I don't know if you noticed this on this die. It has the little ridges in there, and you can see how it's embossed it. You can see it has that line embossed, debossed, if you want to just say, going around it there, and I think that's pretty nifty. So it's a great die. And that one again came from our Nature's Prints. Those are the dies for it. So take a look at your die sets that you have, you guys, and note those that have labels in them, because I'm always trying to find a label, and maybe the set I'm working with doesn't have the right size label I'm looking for, and so that is a great way to do that. And there's that Nature's Prints stamp set, and that's in the annual catalog. So there we go for that. And now we can't just have this sentiment be like this. It's very kind of vanilla. I'm going to come around with my blending brush that has some crushed curry on it. And I'll just go around and give it a bit of shading to dull that down. So then we'll need our dimensionals for our sentiment. You guys, I'm having trouble with that word, sentiment. What? It just sounds so wrong. Oh. I don't know why, but it is so warm right now for me. So then I'm going to put that there. The other thing I want to do, you guys notice I'm doing tone on tone. My Mossy Meadow layer is a 1/4 inch smaller. Oh, I just love that Falling Leaves 3D embossing folder. So nice. I want to raise that up, but I don't want to sit there and put a whole bunch of these. So I have my foam strips. Now Stampin' Up! Sells the foam strips, and a lot of people will use those for shaker cards, things like that. But I'm going to use mine to raise up this layer, and it's going to be raised up evenly. So these foam strips are just a slight, gosh, I don't know if they're 1/8 of an inch. They could be 1/4 of an inch wide, but they have, of course, sticky on both sides. And you can use them to block an area to put shaker in, to make a shaker window. And then what I cut off here, I'm just going to put in the center on the back. thank you for loving my card so far, you guys. And then I'll have another piece that I'm going to cut off here, because that doesn't even need to go all the way down. And that's going to go across the center. So now my center is good. And then I just take this off, just like dimensionals, but the foam strips are just really great. Like I said, I like to do tone on tone, and I like to raise up that layer, but it can, if I try to do dimensionals, I'm using a heck of a lot of those because I don't want anything saggy. We don't want any saggy centers, right? We don't want anything like that. And so then I just come and I layer my one side here to the other side, and I am golden. There we are. Now I have a vanilla piece for the inside. Ooh, that I ickied. Leaned it against something. I don't know what I leaned it against, but I did. And let's put that in. Okay, so now I have this here. I embossed this in copper, and the question to you is, do I use bling or no bling? Thank you for the hearts. Bling or no bling? And the bling I have are copper jewels that are from the part of the suite, which was the Leaf Label Amber Gem Combo Pack, which has the gems and the leaf tags. Gems, yes. Gems, no. Yes, bling. Okay, got one yes, bling. Hey, you know what? I only need one yes, bling. I'm there for you. I think bling would be very nice. I think one, and I know I should have my take your pick tool, but I don't. I think one would look really pretty just right over here on that. Yes. But you know, when we start doing that, we're going to have more than, put one there. I'm using all the same size for this one, and one right over here. Let's see how we did. There we are. Oh yes, that bling. We've done it all, you guys. We've layered, we've die cut, we've blinged, we've embossed. Ooh, beautiful. Now for the inside, I have a leaf here that I think I'll go ahead and put inside. Do a little strip of adhesive. And then I have this wonderful go-to greetings. So you are such a blessing, I think deserves thank you. And I believe it deserves this beautiful font thank you. Now hold on, you guys. You're going to look at this and say, Mary, what the heck is this? Well, look at, you have thinking of you, thinking of you, thinking of you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. There's several of the same sentiment, but in different font, different sizes. And you guys know, you're always looking for that one thing, and you can't find this. Let's see. I want the beautiful thank you. That's all cursive-y. Yes. I love it. Now I just need a block for it, which I have right here. Which that is crooked. Is it? Is it now? We'll see when I stamp it. And I'm going to go with the crushed, no, the Cajun Craze. Now there is no going back on this, right, you guys? I already glued down my... Oh, this. So, you are such a blessing. Thank you. And a little leaf in there too. So there you are, you guys. There is our first project with the Hello Harvest. The designer series paper is called, I don't know what it's called. What is that called? I do not know. I set it down on the ground. But anyway, this paper, oh my gosh, you guys. And what I really like about this card is the falling leaves go down, and this over here is blank, and so that sentiment right here really does pull your eye to it. It just, I love it. So there's one. Oh, very nice, very nice. All right, let's get into our card 2. Now, card 2 was inspired by, oh, I have to get the catalog, you guys, because my second card tonight is inspired by a card that's in here. So this is the card that I was inspired by, and you'll see that when I do the card. This one right here. It says, "You are such a blessing." They've got 3 of the pumpkins, and it looks like they stamped the pumpkin, and then they embossed it in copper, and then they watercolored it. They're using some of those little traily things, and then a bunch of leaves. Okay, so that's what inspired me for this card. First off, okay. Now, here we go. I am using Cajun Craze with a layer of basic gray. I know you're thinking, what? And then, oh, this is so pretty, isn't it? But we're not using that. We're using this side right here, okay? So I'm just gonna start layering some of my layers here, or adhering my layers. This basic gray is a really nice color. Oh, and that is so pretty. That's a piece that, you know, you can just put a layer on and put a sentiment on it, and it is good to go. And I want my little V's going up. There we go. All right, so then what I did is I took the pumpkin die, this die right here, and I die cut it 3 times out of different pieces of the Designer Series paper. Okay? Then I took the stem, this is the stem right here of the pumpkin, and I die cut that out 3 times in Mossy Meadow. Okay? And so I'm going to have my 3 pumpkins like so. Now what's interesting is I could have, on the Designer Series paper, I could have stamped the pumpkin, the outline of the pumpkin on the Designer Series paper, but I thought that was just going to be too bright and too distracting with all of the patterns. I wanted to show you when you do die cut out the pumpkin, this is what you get, stem and all. And then I went ahead and I die cut out the Mossy Meadow one. All I did was come in with my scissor and cut that stem off. Then I just turned it over, put a little bit of the liquid glue, just a little dollop here of liquid glue. Then I just brought this to it and then held it for a little second, and there you have your pumpkin with a really cool embossed stem. So that's how that went. All right. So I also, on this one, I went ahead and I die cut out the little twirly guys. Why, I can't think of an official name for them. The little vines that trail to grab onto things. My snap peas did that. You can get them on the fence to climb, which is great. All right. I also, you guys, did a bunch of these little flowers. That's the little flower die right here. And in the stamp set, you get all of this arrangement right here, and there's the little one right there. Now I want to tell you about that, how easy it was to get those. I used colored pencils to color those, but I'm going to go ahead and get these glued down. That one's going to go right there. It's so fun to mix and match these designer series papers, you guys. You're thinking to yourself, how in the world? Now this one, to make it look like it has dimension, you don't want to put it right 3 in a row like that. You want to go ahead and bring this one down just a little bit, like so. And then it looks like he's sitting in front of the other pumpkins. I'm not using dimensionals on it. Just bringing it down a little bit lower than the others, and it looks like it belonged right there, right? Okay, so then this one, this guy's gonna go there, and again, I just need a little bit of glue. Isn't this Rustic Harvest stuff just really cool? I just couldn't stop playing, so I did not get to my soft seedling stamp set, but that's okay. You know, it's another day. Oh, you know what? I need to turn it around. It does have a right side and a wrong, right end and a wrong end. There we go. There's that one. Then this one needs a little bit. This is where it would be good for me to have that tweezer out and hold it with a tweezer, wouldn't it? Just needs a little. Now this one is going to go over here, and I'm going to have it go this way. There we are. Isn't this fun? I love all the textures with the designer paper. And this one is going to come up. I'd like that one. Ooh, you gotta let go, Mary. It's stuck to my finger. I can't let go. Like that. So there are those, right? Aren't they fun? Uh-oh, your phone is dying. Tammy, I'm so sorry. So now, I thought it might be fun to have a little bit of the sunflowers finding their way, like kind of on the pumpkins like that. I thought that's kind of cute. But I have to decide what my sentiment is going to be, right? And I am going to use the sentiments from the set I just showed you. The go-to greetings. And I have to think about what die can I use that's going to work along here. I couldn't use the one from the Rustic Harvest because it's just too big. If I use this one, it is just going to cover those pumpkins, right? And I'm not going to use just 2 flowers. I think another one will be with my sentiments. So then I thought, okay, I'll come back to the nature print dies, but that one's too big as well. So I wanted to share with you guys some dies that could work, and that the go-to greetings is great because it has different sizes of the sentiments. We have the seasonal label dies, so I could use this one right here. It's pretty petite, and I can then go over and say, okay, you know, which one will it fit and work with? Just a note works pretty good right there. Thank you. Ooh, it's pretty tight, but it works too. So you know you have something like that. I also pulled Ivy. This is for you. Ivy loves snowflakes, anything snowflakes. And I am leaves. I'm all about leaves. There's these right here in the Joyful Flurry bundle. These are the Frosted Flurry dies. And I thought, oh, well, that could be pretty good, right? So you can take and see what will that, and it is a little too narrow. You'd have to really go down in size. So the thinking of you could work right there. The happy birthday could work, right? Some people have fall birthdays, right? So there's that Frosted Flurry dies. I know you guys are all going to take a look at all your die sets and make note of which ones have label dies. There's also the leaves of holly, the bundle here. These are the holly berry dies, and there's this one right here. So I thought, ooh, I could use that one for sure. So if we pull this one out, we can start going on. I can even do the thinking of you. And I think that could go right there pretty good. I don't think it would be horrible. What do you think? I think that one could be a good one. So I'm voting for this guy right here in the holly berry leaves, but I do have this one here still. I have the Celebrate with Tags bundle. Now the Celebrate with Tags bundle has these fantastic dies because they're for different occasions, right? They're for Christmas and kind of Valentine's, their birthdays, and they have these really great dies that you can make these different pockets and things for. There's this one here, and there's this one here. But as I'm looking at this, I mean, I thought that would be kind of cool, but I'm thinking that's too tiny. And if I went then to my sentiments, I'd have to go pretty small because none of those would fit. And I don't think I want to go too small, so I think those are out. But I wanted to share that with you because as you go through and you're looking for labels, you don't have to use the one that comes in the current bundle you're working with. There's lots of choices. You just have to know what you have. And so I am going to go with this one here with the holly. I think that'll be just fine. And that's what that Leaves of Holly bundle. All right, so why did I say that? I don't know, I just did. So let's take a look. I am going to do this on, do I want to do it on white? I think so because, yeah, it'll be fine. It will be fine. I got to tear this down a little bit. Because, and then I decided I'm going to do the thinking of you. And I got to read which one says thinking of you. Thinking of you. I think it's this one. Is it? I don't know. We'll see. Is it that one? Thinking of you? I think so. All right, we'll use that one. Okay. And when I stamp this, I am going to stamp this with, ooh, should I stamp it with the basic gray? I think I will. I think the basic gray will be nice. It'll tie in that background, right? Now I have not used this before, so I'm going to stamp it once. My ink pad is very juicy. There we go. I love that font. Yeah, good on the holly berry. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, so then we need to die cut this out, but I also want to show you guys, I want to show you the little flower because you're thinking, you know what? I don't like a bunch of little dies. You guys should know that about me. You know, too many little dies, it's too much, but I want to show you how easy it is to die cut out that little guy. So when I get the die, this little die right here, it is amazing. Something you should notice about that little flower is it's not the same all the way around. Can you notice how there's a bunch of these little leaves right here? Ooh, little green stuck to my finger. These little leaves, and then there's the big leaves. Gonna be a cinch. And we should be able to do these at the same time. Yay! Everything is not glued on my card yet, so I should not just toss it around. Oh well. Let me get my little guy again. Open it up. I love that about the machine. Closes up, and then you can open it back up. All right, let's put that in there. Now, remember I said there's the bigger end, and I'm already there. I'm already lined up on it. I mean, hello. Oh, could you even see that? I don't even know that you can see that. Look. There it is. And because you have the bigger leaves on the one part and the smaller leaves, I'm already there lined up. It's just so, so cool. And the thinking of you, we are good to go. I'm going to put that down and just drop it. and then go forward. There we are. So now I have my sentiment. Bam, bam. Snap, snap. And I have my thinking of you, just like so. And I have my little flower, so darn cute. So then on the little flower, I just colored it with some of the Stampin' Up! Colored pencils. And I don't want to lose things, you guys, so I'm going to put this right back in the beautiful Holly Berry dies. Yeah, you guys saw this die, didn't you? In the Holly Berry dies. I think this is one of the best things ever. So here is this die right here. So when you die cut it out, you already have this beautiful foliage there. So cool. What goes in there? This does. All right, so that goes in there. The flower goes back in the Rustic pumpkin dies. There we go. Good to go there. Okay, same thing here. I'm going to take my blending brush that has some crushed curry on it. And this die also has that embossed edge. That is so cool when it does that. I love it. Okay, are we still all with me having fun? Are we having fun? Okay, where's the card? Here it is. All right. So now I am going to raise this up with dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to go right here, just like so. So my little flowers, a little dabble. Yeah, that's too much. We'll kiss another flower to it. There we go. I do want to put one here. I already know that. And I'm going to put one right here, sneaking out from there, like so. Yeah. And then, should I put the other one right here? I think so. There we are. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so cute. Look at all the texture with the different designer series paper. Isn't that great? I love it. So, you know, you don't have to stamp out the pumpkins. And you don't, you know, you can just die cut them out with the designer series paper. It's just really great. So now we have an inside here, don't we? And what did I do with my, oh, you know, I think the white that I had there was supposed to be for the inside of the card, you guys. Really? Really? Well, let's see what I have here. I have another white right here. Okay. So, thinking of you, and so we don't really need any other thing on the inside and writing-wise, right? Sorry. I have a stowaway. A little dimensional paper. So I'm going to put that right inside here. And then I have another leaf. So I think I'll put the leaf there. And then why don't I quick color my little flower that I did. We'll use our orange. We'll do an orange center. What's really nice about these watercolor pencils, you can color, and then if you feel like you need to smooth out your coloring, you just take the blender pen, The blender pen is kind of like Versamark, except it's not sticky, but it is a liquid filled, and it will blend your coloring. And Stampin' Up! Watercolor pencils are so nice. Just really nice. And I'm sorry, but look at how darn cute that little flower is. And I think that little flower is going to go right there on that leaf. And what I really like is that the leaf that's left is the one it's multi-tone, how I'd done the Cajun Craze. There we are. Very nice. You can write a little note inside. So there is card number 2. It's all about that designer series paper, you guys, I'm telling you. So I have an extra little pumpkin here that I showed you how I made that, and so I can use that on something else. Cool, cool. Very nice. All right, there's card 2. Now, one more. How are we doing our time? Okay. Now, this card here, you guys, I was inspired by a layout challenge, a sketch challenge I saw on Instagram from My Something Stamps. I don't know, I think it's a stamp company. But anyway, they did this sketch. And I thought, ooh, I like that sketch. So, this is one side of that designer series paper. Look how beautiful that is. It has that black, but then it's got all of that kind of, the leaves have that, it almost looks gray. But we, of course, are going to color. I have crushed curry and the mossy meadow. So I'm going to come along with my crushed curry, and I'm going to, oh, what did I just do, you guys? Oh my gosh, I have the wrong, you see what I did? I took the mossy meadow. Oh man, I'm not going to wash it, but I think I can just get most of it off. There we go. Ay, ay, ay. That's one way to do it. Good thing you can wash them, right? So I'm just going to come in and do some coloring. Yeah, I did. I got it off really well. With the crushed curry right over the leaves. And what's nice is it doesn't affect the black background at all because it's black. So it's no problem. And see how we're getting that color on there? Isn't that pretty? So then I will come in with the mossy meadow, blending brush. And what's really cool about the mossy meadow, when it comes on here, it's not super dark, or it gets kind of a, I don't know, I want to say kind of like a glowing effect on it, which makes it look more like a soft sea foam or something. See what we got going on there? You can see where I smudged it a little darker right there. I don't know if the color's showing real good for you guys. So then I can come back with my crushed curry and brighten up those parts. I can go as brilliant as I want, as bold as I want. There we are. And I think that's going to work just fine. All right, so I was talking earlier, you guys, in my September giveaways, I have purchased a whole bunch of duplicates of things by accident. Just in my last month or two, you know, kind of getting back into stamping, and with just things being kind of a mess down in this room, still trying to get things cleaned out. And so I'm having a promotion now through the 25th of September. When you place a $30 order at my Stampin' Up! Store using the host code that's showing, you will be in the drawing for winning any of the September giveaways, which is great fun. So I'll have information. I will put the information down. When I upload this to YouTube, I'll put the information in the description too, but it's just a way, you know, for me to, you know, give give goodies to people. And I mean, it's some good stuff. There's a couple of bundles that I've duplicated, that embossing kit. So this is that, no, I'm going the wrong way. So this particular sketch challenge has this little diagonal thing happening. So I'm going to go to 4 here, and I don't want to go to the corner. And I'm going to be cutting off like this. So now we've got, this is kind of a cool thing that can maybe go on the inside of the card. So then it has a layer like so, and then I'm going to put this here. And yes, I did a black background of a card because I think it's just too cool. Isn't that great? All right, so then we're going to put this on. I just love this designer series paper. Oh my goodness. It is just fantastic. So then this, if I had cut it the exact specifications I needed to, it would layer perfectly. Okay, so then there's that. All right, so then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to be using my layering circles. I have the layering circles, and I had a circle and I don't know what I did with it. Well, that's great. I'll just have to die cut out another circle, I guess. I'm using the layering circles. The layering circles, I don't know if we still have them in the catalog. We may. But I'm thinking this circle right here is going to work great. Just like that. So let me go ahead and grab this right here. And I will die cut out another circle quick. Sorry, you guys, I thought I already did this beforehand. But, you know, maybe not. Circle, circle, this paper's too big. Oh no. I have to take a little bit off. I still need enough for my circle, and I do. Ooh, just barely. Just barely. Oh, if you do not have the mini Stampin' Cut emboss machine, you guys, you need it. I use mine almost all the time unless I'm doing some embossing folders or larger dies. Ooh, gummy, nice. My dog's telling me, it's time to come, Mommy. I don't like to be here by myself upstairs no more. Nini, the cat's probably harassing him. All right, so now from that, whatever I'm doing, I need to put a little, I don't know what I have here, but I don't think it's basic white cardstock. So then it has this going on here like so, and I'm supposed to do something with that. So I thought, where's my pumpkin? Here's my pumpkin. But boy, that white, I don't like that white. I do not like that white, you guys. So guess what we're gonna do? We are just going to give it some green. But the sketch had a circle here, and so then I can do this. And then I can put this down. Give my pumpkin some dimensionals. And that pumpkin's cool because it matches this right here. That's fun. And then I have another little flower. So I'm going to put right there for my pumpkin. I don't have, ooh, I don't have any more of my little vinies that I've done. All right, and then we need just a little sentiment. So let's go to our go-to greetings. And our go-to greetings, we're going to have just a note. Just a note. Oh, this has been so fun, you guys. I had so much fun playing with this. Oh, I could just keep going and going and going. And then we're going to use our Mossy Meadow ink. Just a note. I'm going to get a little fancy here. Did my ends at an angle, and I did that. I was thinking about that one from the Frosted Flurries dies. Remember, it had the angled ends, and I just made my own doing that. Cute little just a note like that. Now that's going there, and then I'm going to need a little dimensional at the end, because that pumpkin's raised up. And I want this on an angle the same as this angle here. That's got to come up and go down a little bit. Oops. Go down that way a little bit. Okay, just a note. And what else do we need there? We need something else there. I don't like that, totally like that. Could do something like a strip along here like so. Maybe. Let's see. This sketch also had another like line of something going on here. Like right here. It's a little strange, but I'm going with it. They had the sketch challenge like that. And then it just needs some gems or something. Cute. I do want some tendrils for him, but I just can't do it right now because I'm not going to die cut anymore because we are extending, guys. We're extending. We're 5 after 7. Some of you have to go to bed if you're not local. Thank you, Linda. I'm glad you're going to come to the shoebox swap. I really wish there was some more people. Right now there's just 6 of us total. Shoebox swap on the 25th at 1 o'clock. I'm going to put that in there because I love it and I'm not going to waste it. I could never waste it. Never. Hello. Thank you. Never waste it. I don't even care that the leaves are going the other way. And then this is going to go right here. How nice is that on the inside, you guys? I love it. And I wanted this piece to be smaller because I wanted the designer series paper and stuff to show on the inside. There we go. So this was just a note. I think we need some gems on there. Yes, I do. The sketch challenge had like circles for like gems or something. I don't know. Where to put my very first one? Such a challenge. I don't know. I'm going to put it. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Huh. Okay, big one's going. I'm going to put a little one right here. Going to put another little one over here. And I'm going to put the other one down here. Or up here, no, down here. And what I'm not liking is that, come on. It was too lined up with that one. All right, well, this was a sketch challenge. Not sure how much I like this sketch challenge, but it came out pretty good. I got to use that extra pumpkin, didn't I? Well, let me set a couple things aside, you guys. Let's take a look. There's our third card. There was our second one and first one. So what's really fun, you guys, with the rustic pumpkin dies, all three of those guys, you can just put them down all at the same time on your cardstock and die cut all three of them at the same time. So I'm going to do that so I can give this little guy his tendril there. I think maybe if I took this and went all the way across, I'd like it a little better. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't know. Which one do you like the best? Which of those do you think you like the best? Card 1, card 2, card 3. I don't know. This one's growing on me. I kind of like it now. Boy, if you could see my stamping space right now, you'd be like, yo, Mary, clean your mess. Yeah, the first one, thank you. I'll show you that one up close again. Show you each one close up. And then we had our little thank you inside. And thinking of you. Oh, I just love those designer series paper. And then the sketch challenge one. It was a layout challenge. That's fun. That one it did come out good. It came out fun. All right, you guys. Well, you know, there's lots of things going on right now if you go to Stampin' Up. And again, placing a $30 order with my host code there, you will be in drawings for a bunch of giveaways. The Perfect Partners promotion. I'm going to switch over here, you guys. There we are. There's the Perfect Partners promotion, you know, that's going on. Oh, and the Christmas tags kit. Oh, I can't wait. You can order it starting today, the Christmas tags kit. It's $21. And it's 9 beautiful big tags with also like gift card holder for the back of the tags. What's really cool on them, they all have a pop-out image. You can then use those pop-out images for other projects. There's also the World Card Making Day, October 1st, where you can join friends together for a virtual crafting time. I'm going to be going to my sister-in-law Arla's, and any of you local who maybe want to join us and all get together. And we're going to craft with the virtual Stampin' Up! Virtual World Card Making Day. They do have 3 sets and bundles that they've shared that they're going to use, but they say you don't have to buy any. You can substitute anything you have because it's just a fun crafting time. So that's really great. There's a welcoming home bundle that they just created, and that's part of, if you want to order that, you can, but I don't think I'm ordering any of them. I'm just going to substitute what I have. So lots of things going on there, but I'm excited about the Christmas tags and the Perfect Partners promotion. You know what? I have to order the Apple Harvest bundle. I thought I did and I didn't, and I really like that now that there's dies. So there we are, you guys. Thank you for all being here. Teresa and Brenda and Linda and Bea and Jolene and Tammy, whose phone died. Appreciate all you guys. And hey, you know, let me know what you'd like to see for next Wednesday. I'm happy to do any of those things. So until next time, happy stamping.